Hello, it's Mike, and today we're going to be reacting to a mixologist make every cocktail, or at least every cocktail he deems important. How long is this video? 36 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay, so get a glass of wine, get a glass of wine, and I want to see how this man does his craft. I want to see how this man does his art. I want to judge the hell out of it. Obviously, as you guys know, I am not a mixologist. Can I be? Yes. Am I too lazy? Absolutely. Do I respect the art and time it takes to make exquisite cocktails? Yes, I get horny for it. I am in no way, shape, or form demeaning or dismissing how awesome it is to know craft cocktail making to this extent. But I'm gonna talk as a globally disgraced celebrity bartender. And when I say celebrity bartender, I mean that I bartend for celebrities. I'm not calling myself a celebrity, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna say, in my experience, how often I've had to know these drinks, how often I've ever made these drinks, if ever, what I think about them, and if there's easier ways, in my opinion, to make them. Ways that don't take themselves so seriously. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't and click that bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And without further ado, let's start watching.
Hi, my name's Jeff.
Well, he's already better than me. That was awesome. That was like some Golden Girls theme song music. I was like, yes.
Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm a bartender at Dutch Kills in New York City, and today I'm going to show you how to mix every cocktail. Today we're going to focus on classic cocktails. These are the drinks from the 19th and early 20th century that are still popular today.
Okay, so like basic cocktails that you should know. When I first started bartending, I Googled the 8 cocktails you should know, but it's always very smart to go into it having some basic knowledge, so he is absolutely correct.
These are the basic tools I use when I'm mixing drinks.
Stop it. We're not doing that. I'm not talking about tools. I piss everybody else when I talk about tools. Want to know my opinion on bartending tools? There'll be a card. Where is it? I don't know how YouTube works. There's a button somewhere in this video. You can go see my entire video I made over a year ago about what you need when it comes to bar tools.
Old-fashioned.
What is that garnish? Is that the rabbit thing? Don't do that. Look how stupid that looks. No shade to him. And I could be completely just me. I just don't like, I think it looks silly. Also, an old fashioned is a great cocktail to always know. It's quick, easy, and so lovable. It's so good.
First we start with a white sugar cube, 3 to 4 good dashes of bitters, just a small drop of soda water to help.
He's absolutely correct. He's absolutely right. This is absolutely how you make it. If you don't have any of these, simple syrup. It's not gonna be as good, but it's a way to cheat.
Whiskey. Could be bourbon or rye. I think the most traditional is bourbon, and it's what I'm using for this.
I think the most traditional is rye. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure.
For an old-fashioned, I like to use as big of a piece as ice as possible.
Yes! Yes! Can I explain? There's not a lot of alcohol in an old-fashioned, but you're paying for what you get liquor-wise. You're not getting cheated on the ice, don't even get me started. The reason why you put a big block of ice instead of crushed ice is because the crushed ice has less surface, which means it's going to melt faster and dilute the drink quicker, where a large block of ice will melt slower, but cool the drink to the proper temperature. And I just did a smart.
And traditionally, this gets the rabbit ears garnish, which is a orange and lemon twist.
He could be absolutely right. I don't know shit about tradition. I just do it how I do it. The way I garnish an old fashioned is usually either with half a wheel of an orange or a lemon twist. Who's texting me?
All the essential oils out of that twist and crisscross.
Yes, it is always recommended that you have the peels far on the cocktail. It's true. It doesn't really make the taste different, but it makes it smell nice, which does affect your taste buds, but it's like a nice thing to do if you have time.
Manhattan. First thing you'll need is a chilled pint glass. Bitters in. 1 ounce sweet vermouth to 2 ounces rye whiskey. And as always, we're adding all of our spirits before ice, starting with the least expensive ingredient first. You can use any blunt object to crack ice. I'm using the back of a steel muddler in this case. For great control,
I get why he's doing the large ice. Like I just gave you the total description before. It's gonna cool it without diluting it too much. It's also not needed. So if you don't have ice like this, don't worry about it. Because like I've said in other videos, surprisingly enough, you can overshake something. Just make sure you shake something thoroughly, firmly, but don't do it too much because that will dilute it too much. That's a way to get around it. That, however, is for shaken drinks. For a Manhattan, you're gonna stir a Manhattan. It makes sense. It's just most places aren't gonna have giant ice. That's such a luxury.
A quick taste and temperature check. It's getting cold.
Let me taste the temperature. It's cold. No shit, there's ice in it. Bartenders do that so we could sneak like a little free alcohol. That's why I do it. I've never seen anybody who had ice in the drink and said, let me test if it's cold. Of course it's cold. There's ice in it. You just want some alcohol.
Every ingredient should be as cold as possible to keep your drink as cold as long as possible.
Please chill your glasses for stuff like this. He's absolutely right. And when you hold your drink, don't hold it like I am. This is the wrong way to hold the glass. Fuck. Hold it at the base. The reason why you do this is because if you hold it up here, your hand's gonna warm up the drink faster. So if you hold it down here, it's a little tip, it's gonna keep the drink cold. Also, if you don't have a Coupes glass, a Manhattan could also be in a Martini glass, but Coupe is 100% preferred.
This is a Luxardo cherry. The kind of bright red maraschino cherries you see in a lot of bars were based on this. Really, really tasty. Highly recommend fine.
These cherries are so much better for you than the candy cherries. These cherries have more flavor, they're more elegant, and they are actually sweeter. Don't argue with, you're wrong! I don't care how many Shirley Temples you had when you were a kid. These cherries are fucking bomb!
Whiskey sour. To make a whiskey sour,
there's gonna be two different ways to order a whiskey sour. So far, Old Fashioned and Manhattan, those are 100% things you need to know. You will have to make those anywhere you work, no matter what. A whiskey sour, 100% you will have to make this too. However, I could just tell by looking at that, there was a frothy foam, which means he's gonna use an egg white. I already know. Let me tell you right now, when a mixologist or a good bartender has the time to make you a good whiskey sour, this is the correct way to make it. But if you order this at a dive bar or any busy club, you're literally just gonna get You're literally just gonna get whiskey with sour mix. That's it. I'm just telling you so you're prepared, because I don't want you to go to a bar in Vegas and order a whiskey sour and think you're gonna get this, because you're not. But let's see the proper way to make it.
We need fresh lemon juice. It's probably the single quickest, easiest thing you can do to improve the quality of your drinks is using fresh juice whenever possible.
Absolutely true. You could always taste the difference between fresh ingredients and non-fresh ingredients. And if you don't believe me, go to any chain tequila bar and taste the difference between their margaritas and a classic Mexican restaurant where they have all fresh ingredients, because those margaritas are amazing. The stuff that's been sitting in pitchers with all the sweet extra additive bullshit is trash.
So what makes this whiskey sour traditional is the addition of egg white for a foamy top.
What did I say? I personally don't really like egg cocktails, but that's just my personal taste. They are awesome and they look very elegant.
So for any drink containing an egg white, the first step is a
dry shake. Ah! This is done because you want to mix the ingredients before adding a temperature change, because that will affect the egg.
This is the Hawthorne strainer, which fits this kind of shaker best.
I will say I've never had a whiskey sour like this. It looks elegant and looks amazing. I've also never made this whiskey sour because I am 100% not on this man's level. I will say that. I'm literally telling you the cheap version on how to make all these cocktails, just so you don't feel inferior. But that looks delicious.
Sazerac. White sugar cube. We're going to douse this sugar cube with a good amount of Peychaud's bitters, which is the only bitters that makes us a traditional Sazerac. 2 ounces of rye. So while the Sazerac...
I'm gonna say something I don't want to say because I'm contradicting things I say in the past, but this is one of the few instances is where that fucking spoon makes sense. Because you're getting the ingredients at the bottom of the glass, and normally you would shake it, that mixes it all together, but this you don't shake. This you stir. So in that instance, then that fucking spoon. If you're a mixologist, get the spoon, okay? If you're a mixologist, get the spoon. If you're a mixologist, get the spoon, get the jigger, do what you gotta do. But if you're a speed bartender, no.
Put the lemon twist on the inside of the rim. That way people have the option of kind of having the twist or not.
Or you could just, I don't like that twist. I like to twirl it up really, really nice, and then you put it in, half sticking out. If they don't want it in there, just take it out. But now you're stuck into my glass. Now I'm gonna get my fingers in there. And also, I don't like how that presentation looks. I'm gonna critique. What would look better? A nice twisted lemon peel spiral? Or like just stuck on the rim of your, I don't like that. I like this man. He's better than me in every single way. I just don't like the garnish like this.
Whiskey fix. We're gonna start with equal parts fresh lemon juice and simple syrup. 2 ounces of whiskey. Bourbon or rye works well for this. I'm using bourbon. we're just going to do what we call a whip on this drink, which is just shaking with a small piece of ice.
This is a whiskey sour that you would get in a normal club. I know his classic one, the whiskey sour, had egg, but if you order a whiskey sour, this is literally what you're gonna get when you're in the bar.
And with this, we're just trying to lightly chill down the drink, basically until the piece of ice dissolves.
Why? Just make it cold. You're pouring it over ice. It'll dilute. It's fine. See, I don't like this drink only because you're already diluting a whole block of ice in there, and then you're gonna put it on crushed ice, and it's gonna, like we talked before, it's gonna dissolve faster. So it's a very diluted drink. I'm an alcoholic with problems, so I'm gonna want something that hits heavier. If you want something that's not gonna hit heavier, this is a perfect drink for you.
FIZZ is any cocktail that consists of lemon juice, simple syrup, and a spirit. You can also...
It's a whiskey sour. It's a whiskey sour anywhere else. It's a whiskey sour. I'm sorry, it's a whiskey sour anywhere else.
Boulevardier.
Have I ever? I don't think I've ever made this drink. I don't think I've ever made this drink. I don't think I know what this drink is. Oh, shut me up, Daddy. Yes, you better teach me something today. What do you got?
We have our sweet vermouth, Campari, which is a must for a Boulevardier, and bourbon.
It's a bourbon Negroni? It's a bourbon Negroni.
And give this guy a good stir.
It's a bourbon Negroni.
And the traditional garnish, an orange twist. This is one of my favorite cocktails.
See, this is where, should I make a whole video on what names of drinks are that are confusing? For people who don't know that Rose Kennedy is a vodka soda water with cranberry in it, like shit like that. Would that be an interesting video? Let me know in the comments below, because I even just learned something. A Boulevardier? A Negroni with whiskey.
Often thought of as a cousin to the classic Negroni, so they both share sweet vermouth and Campari as two of the three base ingredients.
You don't say.
Presbyterian.
Who, what, when, where, why, how in the hell? A Presbyterian? I worked in New York, never have I had to make a Presbyterian. We also are working in very different places. Let me just also point this out. This man is working in probably a slower paced environment where the cocktails are double what mine usually were. So the craft and knowledge is going to be enhanced. If you came to me and you said, I want a Presbyterian, I said, you need, what, is it like medicine? What?
Half ounce of lime juice, fresh. And for maximum ginger flavor, we like to use fresh ginger juice.
I like to always have a ginger syrup as a staple in my bar. Ginger simple syrup is literally just like water, sugar, and ginger. Boil, chill it. It's amazing to have. It enhances so many different things. Like a little bit of ginger syrup in your Moscow mules, so good. I highly recommend it. I love where he's going.
Presbyterian is made with rye. We're going to whip shake this with a small piece of ice.
It's a rye mule. See, that I know. Like if you would have just said, can I get a rye mule? Yeah, sure. I didn't know it's called the pub.
Mix the soda into the drink as you're pouring it out.
You're not gonna shake it though, right? You don't shake soda water. It's gonna explode in your face, which in this case is a bad thing.
And top with more soda water. And I like to top these with a little crystallized ginger candy, just so it gives people a little hint.
This cocktail calls for it. This is very specific. You're not paying for the size of the drink, you're paying for the liquor in there. If you got it without the ice and it was only this much, it'd be the same price. So shut up, and whatever lawyer is saying we're gonna sue, you're an idiot and you're spreading misinformation.
Blinker.
I don't think I've ever made a blinker at a bar. I've made it for myself, I enjoy them. But I don't think I've ever had to make a blinker at a bar. Then again, I work at bars where most people are like, vodka soda.
Grandine is probably my favorite cocktail syrup. It's made from concentrated, fresh pomegranate juice, sweetened with sugar. Adding to that an ounce of fresh squeezed grapefruit juice and 2 ounces of rye. Originated probably around the mid to late 1900s.
Looks fabulous. And it's great. I wouldn't say it's a basic cocktail you need to know. Depends where you're working.
Improved whiskey cocktail. Start off with...
Never even heard of her. Am I dumb? Should I not be doing this? Should I not be making a video where it's like Bartender explains? Apparently I don't know anything. I would try it. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong. And I would love to try this cocktail with absinthe. Talk about putting you on your ass.
Just like with the old fashioned, you don't need to overstir this drink. And a nice...
I'm mad. I'm mad because I don't know this. I'm doing this to sound like a smart. Can I please have something in this world?
Monte Carlo. Let's start.
I've heard of this. I know how to make this. I've made this drink before. Have I ever made it at a bar? No, I think I made it for my dad.
Stir bitters, as so many old-fashioned variations do. Instead of sugar, this gets a herbal and slightly sweetened kick from Benedictine liqueur. This is a drink bartenders love to make because it has 3 ingredients in it, and it's very fast and very good.
He's very, very accurate on that. Don't ever ask me what my favorite drink to make you is. It's gonna be a shot of tequila.
An old-fashioned, the delightful Monte Carlo. Named Mint Julep. First.
I think someone has ordered a mint julep twice from me, but I love the mint juleps. So everybody pay attention, okay? The smart bartender's talking, the drunk one's drinking.
You need a lot of mint for a mint julep. So
No, you don't say. First ingredient you're gonna need in a mint julep, mint. What else, Doc?
So the mint julep gets sweetened with a little bit of sugar to start the abrasion process going to get those mint.
I need to destroy him. I need to destroy him. I need to destroy him because it's like Highlander. I need to kill him in order to take his powers.
Yes, I'm also spreading the mint around the inside of the glass as well.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling it's doing something.
I like to lightly tap the mint against my hand to just get the aromas coming out of the mint leaves.
I don't like to tap in my hand. I like to spank the cocktail. Do whatever you want. I just like to spank the cocktail because it's like, sassy. Who are you gonna spank next?
The official cocktail of the Kentucky Derby. Legally speaking.
No, I don't like how he knows everything and also knows history. Who bartends because they know history? Mixologists. Mixologists! You go to mixologists to learn. You go to me when your wife cheats on you. It's a very different person.
Martini. The standard martini spec is 1 ounce vermouth to 2 ounces gin. Chilled coupe glass for our very cold martini. Julep strainer.
He likes coupe glasses. Coupe glasses are funny. They could also be in a martini glass. I personally would put a martini in a martini glass. But that's because I'm using coupes for the fucking daiquiris. And I know the buses aren't gonna clean them fast enough. But that's what I gotta deal with at a busy bar. That's what I gotta deal with when I don't have the luxury of all the time in the world to work on one fucking cocktail and Google the history of a fucking blah 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 cocktail. I'm getting drunk.
There are 2 common garnishes for a martini. It could either be
Olive or an onion.
lemon twist. This is
No, gin martinis go very good with omelets. Then it's a Gibson. Did I know something or did I know something?
Martinez. Again, in a chilled pint glass. Start off with orange bitters, equal parts sweet vermouth and Old Tom gin. The gin has been aged in a barrel or has had...
It's a sweet vermouth gin martini. I didn't know this one either. Damn it, Martinez. Usually when people yell Martinez at my bar, they're talking about the sexy Latino boy with a 9-pack. Why it's a 9-pack, I don't know. He has 1 extra ab under there. I don't know what's going on.
There are fights over how to garnish this drink. In this case...
Can I guess? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess this one. I would use an orange twist. Right? God?
This is lemon or orange twist. Go lemon.
He went lemon. Fuck!
Gimlet.
Gimlet. It's something with lime juice. Wait, I know gimlet. I know how to make a gimlet. I get out of here. I'm just fucking with you guys now. I make gimlets all the time. Gimlets are very important. You're gonna need to know gimlets all the time.
We like them with fresh lime juice these days. 3/4 ounces of simple syrup and our standard 2 ounces of gin.
Gimlets are traditionally made with gin, but you can also make them with vodka. But only do that when instructed to by the customer. Don't just assume.
And a fine mesh.
Why?
To get those last bits of ice.
No. No, I don't know why you would do that. I like the ice shards. Everybody I've always ever worked for wants to see the ice shards on top. That's how you know it was shaken properly, right? Am I wrong? Probably. Am I wrong? I like the ice shards.
Corpse Survivor number 2.
What? What is this? Is this a Walking Dead corpse reviver? In what world? I'm learning. I'm learning. I was gonna be judging, but now I'm learning.
Equal parts lemon, triple sec, Lillet Blanc, and gin.
I know this man works at some awesome spots. Awesome spots. And I'm not working in no shit places either. I'm not in no hole in the wall. I'm in world-renowned clubs and bars. But La Blanc?
We give our chilled coupe a nice rinse of absinthe. And finish that up.
What are you gonna sprayer of absinthe? I want a sprayer of absinthe.
A classic, refreshing gin drink invented by Harry Craddock at the Savoy.
I don't care. I would try it though. It looks delicious. You're amazing. You're good at everything you do. You look like Linda Evangelista. You're a model.
Aviation number 1.
I made this one and know how to make it. It's good. It's good. Pay attention. Kids, stop passing notes. Pay attention.
Creme de Violette. Creme de Violette is a liqueur made from the violet flower, but it isn't always available, and when it became scarce, the number 2 was invented.
I feel like I'm the teacher's aide. I quickly became the teacher's aide. I went from the master to the teacher's aide. I wore a vest today.
This is it.
Pete, wait. I'm gonna guess that there's an aviation number 2.
Tom Collins.
Damn it.
Equal parts lemon and sugar, 2 ounces of our Old Tom gin.
Lemon and sugar, great if you use them fresh. Highly recommend. If you're in a bar or a club, you're probably just gonna get sweet and sour mix, which is the cheat way. It's literally lemon juice mixed with simple syrup.
A little bit of soda into the can. And the classic garnish is a Luxardo cherry and a...
I don't like that he pours the soda into the can, and I'm gonna say it. We don't say that, but now we said it. Pour the alcohol in the glass first and then top it off with soda because I want the alcohol more than I want the soda. Does that make sense? Did I do it smart?
Ramos Gin Fizz.
Never even heard of her. Never even heard of her. Never. Not once. Not once in my entire life. I'm not even looking at anybody. There's no one. I'm not talking to a single person here. I have an imaginary team of people. I'm having my 3rd glass of wine. That's what happened. I'm having an imaginary fight with my staff. Why didn't no one ever tell me about a Ramos Gin Fizz? I've made a Gin Fizz, but who the fuck is Ramos?
Split base of lemon juice and lime. And for added complexity, we also use a couple of drops of orange flower water. Simple.
Let me tell you what you're not gonna get. Orange flower water. Okay, excuse me, sir, I want to return this drink. It doesn't have any orange flower water. Ma'am, it is 4 in the morning and there's a prostitute sitting at the front desk. What did you think you were gonna get? Maybe I should change these titles to Shithole Bartender. Well, that's where I started. No, I've worked at places. I work for celebrities. I mean, I call myself a celebrity bartender. I work for celebrities. And no one's ever asked me for that. Lindsay Lohan, Lance Bass, Lady Gaga, not one of them has ever asked for this.
It required so much work that initially this used to be a multi-person operation.
You know he's a different kind of bartender. This is a mixologist. This is somebody who's different than what I am, okay? This is somebody who's an artist. This Ramos Gin Fizz, I know he's not doing the same job I'm doing because he's like, I'm gonna be here for a minute. If that's the case, I'm gonna tell you we're out. We don't have it, we're not doing it. I'm not in this house.
So you can see that our nice meringue is starting to form. We're gonna stick it into the freezer and let that set. And we're back. It's solidified a little bit from
Where? I'm gonna take 20 minutes to make this cocktail and I'm gonna stick it in the freezer until it's done and then I'm gonna give it... We are not the same. I am an alien.
I guess I'm a good bartender. Bramble.
Love the I'm gonna shit my pants. I love Brambles. I love Brambles. They're my favorite whiskey cocktail. Wait, we're still talking about whiskey? How do you make it? I like my Brambles with a Woodford Reserve whiskey. Does that call it something different? I just call it a whiskey Bramble.
Crushed ice drink with lemon and sugar and spirit. And before we add the spirit in, so there isn't too much liquid in the glass, we're gonna muddle some berries in there right now. Now we can add our 2-ounce pour of gin. We're going to give this just a little dry shake to incorporate that gin.
Oh, it's gin?
20th century.
Okay, Phil of the future. I've never heard of this before. You know what? Bye. No, I shouldn't be teaching my imaginary team. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be teaching the kids. Apparently, I don't know what I am. Apparently, I don't know who I am. Apparently, I don't know how to bartend ever in my life. Apparently, I have not done shit in my life. Apparently, I don't know shit about cocktails. I should be embarrassed. I should be humiliated. I have just been globally renowned for working for people of high quality and making shit at a good, fast-paced, high-efficient manner on TV and all around the world, but never once in my life have I been asked to make a 20th century cocktail.
Coca Americano, which is aromatized fortified wine. Yeah, just your classic.
The educated barfly did the same thing to me. He did the same thing. He was using the Coca Americano and this shit, and I was over here like I know nothing, and spiraled for days.
Bee's knees.
I know this one! No one's ever ordered it in the bar. No one's ever ordered it from me ever working in my entire life. Never once, not a single fucking time. But I know how to make this cocktail.
I use a honey syrup, which is really just honey that's slightly thinned out with a little bit of hot water and 2 ounces of gin.
You could also make a really good whiskey version of this with Jack honey. Just saying. I make it a lot.
Last word. So in this case, we're using equal parts.
I don't know this one. I was gonna judge. I was gonna be like Judy in this bitch and judge this hoe. I'm learning. Are you learning? I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, vodka cocktails. I should know vodka cocktails, right? I should know vodka cocktails. Have we even gotten to tequila yet? What's going on in this house? It's a long video. I finished a bottle of wine. I'll open another one. Are we getting wasted? Are we getting drunk? I was gonna do more videos after this. Let's keep going.
The standard martini always calls for dry vermouth and either gin or vodka. Modern tastes.
He's talking about a vodka martini. We already talked about a gin martini. Guess what? It's the same thing with vodka. I'm skipping it. Fuck off.
Moscow Mule. So just like other drinks.
Moscow Mule, hold on. I'll tell you how I would make it first. Vodka. 1, lime juice, ginger syrup that I talked about earlier, and ginger beer with a ginger candy as a garnish. Because I'm cute.
Normally, this is when you would take out the Moscow Mule mug, but I am going to not use the mug for this because in my mind, it leads to just a kind of diluted drink. So I'm gonna make this the way that I make all my other tall cups.
How does the mug affect the dilution? What are you doing with the ice? What are you doing?
Drinks. In a tall glass with a nice big piece of ice so that you can enjoy the flavor.
Oh, you got rid of the crushed ice. He's bigger. Sir, he's right. He's right. He's right. If it wouldn't be a waste of alcohol, I would smack my wine glass. Pissed. Whatever. Let me hear about your better Moscow Mule.
For a while. Add soda. And that's a Moscow Mule.
Yeah, it is.
Vesper.
I know this one. Have I ever had to make it at a bar? Not a single fucking time. I don't even know where I would get the ingredients to make this, let alone the bars I work at don't have these. And it's not a shithole bar. I'm just mad now because I see all the comments are gonna be like, go make this shithole bar. No! I work at world-renowned places and they don't have these. Leave it to New York to be that girl.
Margarita.
Yes! Oh my god, we're going into tequila. Tequila's my favorite liquor. Maybe I'm gonna know more. Maybe I can now hang with the girls. Can I sit at your table? I'm wearing pink.
So for me, it's just lime juice, triple sec, and silver tequila, the unaged.
You didn't use triple sec though. You used orange liqueur, which I'm not judging you. I'm agreeing with your process because that's how I learned how to make a good margarita when I worked where in New York City at a very fancy French restaurant, bitch. Fresh limes, orange Cointreau, and good tequila using Patron. I recommend Casamigos.
And as for glassware, I'm going to rim this glass.
All right, stop! Stop. This is all taste preference. And in the classic way, you're doing it right. I'm not judging him. I'm saying Michael's personal moments is never sugar. Never sugar. Salt? Sure. Ugh, if you want to do that. I love tahini.
Paloma.
Love a paloma. Love a paloma. Make palomas all the time. Had to make palomas all the time. Palomas is something you need to know. Palomas is something I love. How do you do it?
So this drink is made with tequila and grapefruit soda.
With agave. It's literally basically just like a grapefruit margarita. And the sweetener is agave.
Liquid sugar. 2 ounces of tequila.
Is he just using simple syrup? He's not using agave? I mean, maybe I guess it doesn't matter. It's a sweetener is a sweetener, but I've always used agave in my palomas.
Add a little soda to that can.
Again, soda in the can. Don't like it. Don't like the whole thing about it. And also, I don't really put soda in my palomas. Am I wrong?
Which will kind of season that drink.
Again, this man he's a fan of salt. I guess this works. I think tahini matches better.
Daiquiri.
The rum with sugar. That's literally it. If you're somebody who orders a daiquiri and you try to return it to me because you're like, it's too sweet, I'm gonna throw it at you.
There's 3 ingredients: lime juice, simple syrup, 2 ounces of white rum.
It's also extra sweet. Like if you want a sweet cocktail, this is what you order. Just actually, well, the way he made it was nicer. What?
This is a Hemingway daiquiri. Hemingway was famous for not liking sugar in his drinks, so this one is named after him for the lack of sugar.
If you're somebody who don't... Hemingway sounds annoying. How's that? Hemingway, like, I don't want a sugar in my drink, so I'm gonna order a sugary drink. Fuck you, Hemingway. Might I suggest something else?
Mai Tai.
All right, Mai Tai is something that's gonna get. I've ordered so many glasses of wine in my own house. I've drank a lot of these. You're gonna need to make a Mai Tai a lot, so pay attention.
This is orgeat. It's a almond scented syrup used in a variety of tiki drinks.
He's absolutely right. That is something that is in a classic Mai Tai. Fuck! Classic Mai Tai if you want to make it right. But I will say, at clubs and bars, like fast-paced ones that I've worked in. A lot of times their Mai Tais don't have horchata. Guarantee it. The way he's gonna make it is the correct, better way, but I'm gonna tell you how the shittier places are gonna make it.
Dried curacao, which is one of many different kinds of orange liqueurs used in...
Yeah, that probably also won't be in your Mai Tai anywhere else. But let's keep going. Like I said, he's right. I'm wrong, but let me just keep going.
Rum agricole, which is made from fermented cane syrup and has a really nice funkiness to it.
That also won't be in your Mai Tai, but he's correct.
So we're just giving this a quick whip.
That won't be done to your Mai Tai, but let's keep listening.
I like putting that mint right next to the straw so that when you bring it to your mouth, you get...
I'm not putting a mint on your Mai Tai in my shitty fast-paced bar, but let's keep going, my guy, woo!
With a drizzle of our strong, funky Jamaican rum. This is a Mai Tai.
That is a perfect Mai Tai. That is perfect when I make them for myself. That is how I make them. That is gorgeous. I'm so happy for you. If you order that at a bar, like a normal bar, that they don't have 5 minutes to make the cocktail, you ain't gonna get that, bitch. You're gonna get some coconut rum motherfucking shit with some pineapple juice, maybe some orange juice, and some like dark rum just sprinkled on top. And whatever dark rum they have in the place is what's going on top.
Mojito.
Get out of my bar. Don't ever order this at a fast-paced bar. My answer will be we're out. Because it gets everywhere. It's a problem. It's a lot of ingredients, and it gets in my shit, and the mint's everywhere. It's annoying. How do you make your mojito?
We have a nice chunky Demerara sugar cube here. And before we...
You don't need a sugar cube. You just simple syrup. So complicated. I bet you it makes all the difference. But time is a luxury.
Really not trying to add a lot of froth or anything to the drink right now, just to get it...
What froth are you getting from those ingredients? There was like no alcohol. This is why I don't like mojitos, because there's like no alcohol. Mojitos are like literally for people who don't drink. Mojitos are for people who don't drink, who just want like a sweet drink. In that case, why are you getting alcohol? Just get something that's like affordable. What are you doing wasting your money? They're delicious. I get that they're delicious, but then like, I don't understand. Ah! Look at all the like if this is the best way to make this, look at all the crushed ice in that. There's no, the whole thing was like this much. And all that is dilution. And then you make it really fancy, but really all it is, this is why I get mad. Because when you make something beautiful and fancy and perfect, the way that God intended, apparently, it's also not as good. When I make it for you, it's gonna fuck your ass up. But guess what? It's the wrong way. Say what you want in the comments. Eat my ass. I'm gonna fuck.
Hotel Nacional Special.
Excuse me?
Probably my single favorite rum drink, if I had to pick. It's
his favorite. It's his favorite. I never even heard of that slut.
To sweeten, we use apricot brandy. If at all possible, use fresh pineapple juice for this.
If you're an aspiring bartender, you don't need to know this. No one's ever gonna even whisper it to you. Like literally, you're gonna get asked for cocaine before you get asked for this drink. This is ridiculous.
Sidecar.
Sidecars. You're gonna need to make these, you're gonna need to know these. I make them all the time. Pay attention.
Another great, simple 3-ingredient cocktail. Lemon juice, Cointreau, and cognac. For this, we are going to be going with a dry...
Let me just let you know right now, because I know this motherfucker is gonna use fancy cognac. I know it. I know he's gonna use fancy cognac. If you're at a bar or a club, probably in New York or LA, or most likely Vegas, you're probably gonna get it made with Hennessy. Just letting you know now, giving you a heads up. Don't come back and say, can you use this with a more exquisite? No.
French 75.
French 75s, you won't get them ordered a lot, but you will need to know them because they will be ordered and they are actually amazing.
Technically, a French 75 can be made with gin or cognac, but for today's purposes, we're going with the cognac version.
It can be made with gin or cognac, but I've only ever had to make it with the cognac version. Seems like a gin's French 75. Ugh!
Quick tip, like to hold onto the metal tree when you're taking this guy off.
No, see, we're different people. I like to squirt it on people.
Brandy Alexander.
I've heard of this drink. Never once had to make it at a bar that I've worked at. Okay, this is not a bartender cocktail. This is a mixologist cocktail.
You only need 3 things when making a Brandy Alexander: brandy, cream, and creme de cacao.
Delicious. They are delicious. I've made them for myself. They are amazing. Love having them when I'm home. Who drinks a Brandy Alexander at a club? And if you are drinking a Brandy Alexander at a club, because I know you're going to be in my comments, guess what? I can tell you you're probably also not getting laid. I can tell you 100% if you're ordering a Brandy Alexander in a club, you're not getting laid. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Especially if you're leaving a comment about how I order Brandy Alexander's in a club, then you're definitely not getting laid.
View correct. Start off with a...
This has been so much. This is such a long video. I'm getting so drunk. And I've never even heard of this shit. This is amazing. And it's not him that's stupid. It's me.
Delmonico. Angostura bitters.
Sure.
1/2 ounce each.
Yeah?
Dry and
Tell me
sweet
more.
juice. And for the hard stuff, we have a split base of Indian dry gin and French cognac. All the way up to the top. And the Delmonico cocktail, of course, was invented at Delmonico's, one of the oldest restaurants in the country. Nice swath of lemon. The Delmonico cocktail, New York's finest. Jack Rose. To make a Jack Rose, you just need 3 things. Fresh lime juice, incredible edible grenadine, and...
What are we talking about? Talking about something I never heard of?
FYI.
Jack Rose?
Simple, refreshing, tart, delicious. Born in New Jersey. Bonus drink if you add...
Did he just say a New Jersey cocktail that I did not know? You should know a Jersey Turnpike shot before this. You should know a fucking Jaeger bomb before this. Just some shit. The only thing I'm learning from this video is I don't know shit. I'm being humbled as fuck.
APEROL Spritz.
APEROL Spritz. Hold on. You got your APEROL. And then, hold on. I'm the smart one. Fuck you. We got APEROL. We got champagne or Prosecco. Doesn't really fucking matter, but we got one of those. And then you top it off with soda water. Real quick, right?
There are a million ways to make an APEROL Spritz.
No, there's not!
2 ounces of APEROL.
Woo!
3 ounces of Brut Prosecco.
Woo!
Your fizziest seltzer. And the traditional garnish would be just a wedge of orange. An orange twist. So
work, sis boots, mom of the house down. Yes, God.
champagne cocktail.
Stop it. No, I'm not listening to that one. It's champagne. No, you know what? Get champagne. Champagne. Can I have a champagne cocktail? I'm giving you champagne. Here's champagne. Get out of my face.
Bamboo.
I'm throwing a stick at you. Get out of my bar. I'm drunk.
Pisco sour.
Nope. Everybody, it's been so nice being here. It's been so nice being here. You want to know these in depth? You want to watch the rest of this? Link is in the fucking description. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. I'm done. Party's over. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe for future videos. I put them out weekly, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but sometimes I'm late, just like your mom. And in the comments down below, let me know. Let me know. Be sure to follow me across all social media. You can find me everywhere at MikeMGTV. And turn on the bell. No, be notified. Be notified, because obviously I'm not the best. Obviously I don't know everything in the world about cocktails. But I'm relatable and realistic as fuck. Pisco sour. Yeah, go home with your friends at 4 in the morning for an after party and ask somebody for a Pisco sour. Eat my ass. Oh, I'm falling. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm MikeMGTV, and you're fucking welcome.